So another episode in the Plaits Synthesis Models series. Today we have the analog snare drum model. Should be fun. I hope it will be fun. If you're not familiar with this series, I will use only Plaits in one model. Again, today is the snare drum as my sound source and just explore the different sounds with the different possibilities. Let's first of all have a look what we are dealing with. So if I send this to the output, it doesn't sound like a snare, but we can change the amount of noise or move between a sine wave and noise with the harmonics. We can change the decay time. So let's really send the trigger here. Now it sounds more like a snare. So again, we can change the noise, can change the decay time. We can change the timbre. And from the auxiliary we have another taste of snare. Okay. So let's see. I don't know if I want to go chill or if I want something a bit polyrhythmic, polymetric. I don't know what to do. Let's try and go with chill and see what happens. Let's use marbles. I will use this one here. Let's clock it. No need to clock it. Let's take the jitter all the way up so we don't get regular triggers. I will use the left trigger to trigger this snare drum. And by the way, if like we've seen before, if we look at it on the scope, if I take the noise all the way down and the timbre all the way down and the morph, well, for now we can leave it like this. You can see we get basically a sine wave. So we can use this as a voice, as a normal voice, not as a snare drum, for example. So let's do something like this. I will use a quantizer in this case. Let's use quantum because I would like to use marbles also for modulation, which means that I don't want to change the range here and I don't want to quantize also the output. So I will use quantum for this, and let's use also a VCA or some sort of an attenuator. It doesn't have to be VCA, but I will use a VCA for this case. And I will use the same corresponding output. X1 is corresponding to T1, and I will just take it, let's say, to 20%. And let's set a scale. Let's go with D, F, A, B flat. And this will be our pitch information. And now what we can do. So now again, we have the full range here from the X1 output. So what we can do is I can use this to modulate or sequence the morph, which is the decay time. So let's say that I want that the higher notes will have less decay time than the lower notes. So let's take this a bit up. So we have more decay. And now the more voltage coming out of X, let's connect it already, X1, it will close the decay time. The more voltage, the higher the notes, less decay time. So let's do this. Let's see the range here from this X1. This is why I'm not sending it. What do we have here? Let's take it a bit more, maybe spread it even more. Oh yeah, let's do this again. High note, less decay, low note, more decay. And let's use another one, and let's do actually something like this. I will use Revin because here I have four quantizers without the need to use polyphony, because I'm going to use another voice with the second channel here from marbles. And I'm going to do something like this. Let's use a different VCA that has two channels. There is one from VCV. So I'm going to do this. And let's say this 20 and let's say this 25%. Okay, so this will be the first one. I'm going to delete this VCA. And then the second channel will be another channel here. And let's make this stereo. And again, use the same trick or the same thing with the decay time. I need a bit more levels here, let's see. Oh yes, okay. Okay, now what we can do, let's say I want 12 steps here and I will lock the sequence, lock the triggers and also the pitch. Let's listen to this a bit with reverb, of course. Oh yes. With some noise. Oh yes. So now this sequence will just repeat itself. We have now two choices. We can take the deja vu knob here on marbles. Let's zoom in a bit. The deja vu here to the right, which means that it will not bring in new notes, but it will mangle those notes and play them in a different combination, which in this case is not so interesting because anyway I have the jitter all the way up, so it's not so interesting, I guess. Anyway, they are playing in weird times. But if we take it to the left, it starts introducing new voltage, new rhythms. So let's take this a bit to the left, somewhere here. And let's open this even more. Let's say not 20%, let's go with about 30 here and about 35 here. Let's say. So we'll get bigger differences, I guess. Okay, now let's use another VCA. Another of those VCAs. Okay, let's close them for a second all the way down. And now I will use again the same voltage for that modulates the pitch or changes the pitch and also modulates the morph. I will use it again. This will be the left, this will be the right. I will use it to add some noise with the harmonics. So let's do this. Let's open this a bit. Let's say here 6. Just to add more variation to the sound. So higher notes will have more noise. Maybe even a bit more. Oh yeah. A bit less maybe. Just a bit less. And now what I will do, I will use Feline. I have here just bandpass. No, I need a different filter. I want to filter a high pass filter because I'm going to do this trick to send just the high frequencies to a delay. So let's use, I can use 2 lalas actually. You know, let's use 2 lalas. 2 lalas? I don't know. I need something stereo. I will do my best to use only 3 available modules in this case, so everyone can download the patch. Let's use the F35. So I will send a copy to the filter. Let's go with the, do we have transistor ladder high pass? Let's go with 24 dB, so it's quite harsh. Okay, and let's see, send this of course to the Chronoglobus. You know what? No, let's go with Supercell. This should be interesting. Okay, add maybe something glitchy because I'm going to use the, the looping delay mode. Let's use the, we don't have a clock, but I will use this clock. So I will use, let's say 105 BPM. You know what? And let's sync the sync. I mean, it's not really sync because it's jittery, but let's just do something like this. Maybe not. Maybe just do it normally, just like this. Okay. Okay, so now we have the looping delay mode. And let's set this. Actually, you know what? Then we don't even need the filter because it has a built-in filter. Very nice. So with the shape, if you take it to the right, it's introducing a high-pass filter. Let's take the mix all the way up. Let's listen to this for a second, let's see how it sounds like. Let's go with 4 seconds buffer size so it's nice and lo-fi. Take the panning already all the way. Let's add some feedback. Let's solo this. Maybe even more high pass. Okay. Change the delay time. Something like this, yes. Yes, lots of reverb. Let's take the density all the way. Let's try all the way up so it's nice and smeared. If it's nice. Let's try the other way so it's not smeared. I like this more. Okay, let's do something like this. Let's see what happens when I use the main triggers for the hold function. If it's too often. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. And let's use the built-in modulation here on Supercell. If I just open the attenuator, or the inverter in this case, it will add internal modulation for the size. So we get something nice and glitchy, I hope. Maybe it is too often a bit. So let's send this to a flip-flop, which will basically, what it will do, it will divide it by 2. So let's use the hold. It will output this trigger once from A and once from B. So it basically is dividing it by 2. So it will not happen so often. That's nice, that's nice. Let's add a nice steady bass. Okay, we are still staying with the, let's take the noise all the way down. We are still staying with the same algorithm, with the same mode, the snare mode. But let's see first of all the rhythm. Let's set the trigger here from the main clock. No, let's take a sequencer. Let's now we made this chill. Let's make something a bit more polyrhythmic, polymetric, whatever you want to call it. So let's see. Let's take. We can go quirky with the glitch sequencer. I don't want to go too quirky. Let's go with this one here. The 8-step trigger sequencer from Count Modula, which is always nice. Let's multiply the clock by 4. Let's send the reset already. Why am I doing this? Okay, I started making color coding. Sorry, this will take too long. Okay, so now let's use the trigger. And let's start with 7 steps. Let's say something like this. Let's see how this sounds like. Okay, let's take this, let's say 12 semitones down, an octave. Maybe even 24. Okay, but we don't really need 24 because we need the note. Let's go with, which note shall we go? Let's try ref tone. With ref tone I can just send pitch information. Is A okay? Or maybe we can create a sequence. Oh yes, we will create a sequence. Okay, let's try. A is good. I'm going to build my own sequence with ref tone. D is also good. And B flat is also really nice. Okay, so let's use a sequential switch. Sequentials. Sorry. Opalach. Come on, sequential. Thank you. Let's use, you know what, Book Audio is also something, but no, you know what, 4 steps are more than enough for us now. Okay, so let's go something like this. Let's go B, D, B, A. What do you think about this? Let's do this with just a divided clock. Let's see what happens. Because we have 7 steps, it will not be always on the same step. Do you see something? But we will try. Reset. Let's see. Something like this. Okay, first of all, let's do something like this. When we are in the, oh man, this is so nice. When we are in the drum models, the level input acts as an accent. So we can send a trigger to the level input and it will add an accent. So let's add an accent. Let's have another sequencer here with 8 steps, which means that they are not sitting always together. And let's activate step number 1. Sometimes it will fall with the other trigger, sometimes not. And let's send this to the level input. Just like this. And now let's add Chronoglobus. This time I'm going to add Chronoglobus. That's it. Okay, Chronoglobus. Okay, Chronoglobus. And let's go. No, here I'm going to use Lala, because Lala is a, it's not a frequency divider, it's a frequency splitter, I guess. It will split the frequencies filter-wise, I guess, to highs and lows. So I'm going to choose, for example, something about, let's say 1000 Hertz. Anything above 1000 Hertz will go through. And let's take the wet all the way up, so we get just the wet signal. They have the big mixer here, so I hope we will have enough channels to have more things. Let's see. Opala, this is here. Oh yes, this is nice. You know what? I'm going to use a mono filter with font, because I love this combination, font and chronoglobe. So when you are in you hear this? This is so nice. The mono, when you're in a mono delay, we have a feedback loop. We have send and return, which I'm going to use with the filter, a low pass filter, lots of resonance, and an LFO. This is something I do so much, I know, but I like it. What can I do? If I like something, I will do it. Oh, I mean, that's the whole point. Let's listen to this with the main. Maybe take it to about 600. Add lots and lots of reverb. Let me just see that I'm not, well, let's call this sequence and this sequence delay, just so I know. And this, let's call it chill. I don't know why. And this call supercell. Okay, just so I know what is what. Okay, let's see. Okay, now let's change the delay times. Yes. I like it. I like this. I like this. Yes, yes, this is nice. Okay, okay. How can we do this? Let's think. Something random. Something random. I know. I know. I'm going to use Boolean logic. Boolean logic. And I want only when we have an accent, so only when output A and output C are working at the same time, which means that the Plaits is being triggered and the level input is being triggered, so we have an accented voice, only then I want this noise to be open. So I'm going to use, with the Boolean logic, both triggers, and we have here an AND output. So when one and the other are high at the same time, only then we will get a trigger. And this trigger will open an envelope, an AD envelope. I will use the AD envelope from Nischi. Now, why do I use always the AD envelope? Maybe you are wondering, if you are watching my channel, watching my videos, you see I'm using an AD envelope a lot, because actually this is not an envelope generator, this is a function generator, and a function generator, just like if you know Rampage for example, is not dependent on a gate. It just needs a trigger. With the trigger it starts working, ends the cycle, and that's it. With an envelope generator you need, the envelope generator is working inside the gate, so as long as the gate is open, it can work. If you have a long attack, for example, sorry for this, if you have a long attack, for example, but the gate is not long enough, the attack will not finish its cycle, will not finish its function, let's call it, and it will stop. So this is why I'm using an AD envelope, just so I don't have to worry about the gate is long enough or not long enough or stuff like this. Okay, so let's use the AND output to the harmonics, and I'm going to take the scale a bit down. A bit more attack and less decay, and again the scale maybe 0.05. I don't need it so much to open, I just need a bit like this. Yes, 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 yes. Man, this is nice. This is not a bass, but this is nice. Yes. Oh man, what is going on? This is supposed to be a snare. No, I'm joking. Okay, let's leave this with the snare. Okay, now I'm going to stop. I'm using the, wait, you know what? I will use the 32 steps one. I'm using the phrase sequencer because when I have something in my head, more or less, I just want to go and make it. The phrase sequencer is perfect for this. I can just enter notes. I will stop it because I want to listen to what's going on. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Basically, you know, I just need 2 steps, so I can use the other one, but never mind, I will just use 2 steps, you know, change the length to 2 steps, no need, I don't need anywhere, you know what, let's do this, sorry, this is a bit of an overkill. If I just need 2 notes, it's a bit of an overkill. What I can do is I can just have the ADDR sequencer with 2 notes, 2 steps. Let's send this to, let's say, 0 to 1 volts. And I will just tune this. I need a B flat. And the second one will be A. No need for a quantizer, no need for anything. And I will use the same trigger, divided by 16 with another reset. Let's see. For now. take this, maybe this will be our bass. Maybe 24. Yes, with slew, with some slide. Slow. Let's call this bass. Okay, and now what we will do, let's try and send this bass through booty shifter, which is a frequency shifter, just to add a bit more movement to it and maybe even make it crazy. Let's see. Let's go with exponential, so we have the full range already. Okay, not with this voice. I will leave the frequency shifter here in this case. Just leave it like this. Let's create another. Okay, now let's use the phrase sequencer and let's create a nice solo voice, I guess. Let's just see. Okay, another snare, and after this we will add something maybe a bit more glitchy. Let's see. Okay, let's take the noise actually all the way down for now. Okay. Again, I'm using the 16-step one. I need a 32-step one. Okay, let's see now. Okay. Okay, I need this. Okay. See if it works. I need a divided by clue divided by clue clock divided by 2 clock. Let's reset also everything and run it. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I didn't. I just have to copy those. I will tell you in a second what I'm doing. Okay, I just don't want to go out of the flow. Just a second. I will tell you in a second what's going on. so what I'm doing here, I have a note. For example, here I have one note. The next step will not be this note, but I can hold control on my keyboard and hit right click, and it will copy this note to the next step and will move on to the next step. So I can just copy notes like this. I hope it makes sense. Okay, here I wanted another booty shifter because what I want here is to do this thing with this. And we'll add also some. Oh man, LFOs are friends. First of all, to the timbre. Yes, another LFO to do this movement, to modulate the frequency of this LFO. Let's take the scale all the way down for a second. And as always, we need some reverb. Let's call this solo, I don't know why. Later a different one for this noise. Let's use remove to record a movement. I will map it to the booty shifter and I will record a movement that I like. Just like this. And now this movement is here. If you are in hardware, I think a planar can do this from Intellijel. You can record your movement. And now what I will do, I will trigger this. Let's go with the run mode, trigger, and let's see just that it's not play mode, don't loop, one shot. Okay, now let's see. The trigger will be from the second gate of the phrase sequencer. I want this to happen here in this step, so I will activate gate 2, and on this step I will activate gate 2, and let's see. Yes. And I'm going to create a few variations of this, let's see. Maybe reset, it has to be reset. No, why is it not? Let's see. This cannot be, but let's try this. Let's have another sequence. Let's take second sequence, record it. And another sequence. And another sequence. Okay. Play mode, sequence random. Let's see what happens now. Sorry, it took a while. Wow, Wow, it's 35 minutes video, okay. Yes, now it's looping them. Why? I don't want them to loop. I don't want them to loop. One shot I want. Trigger, okay, let's move to trigger and I will just trigger with the same trigger. Okay, let's see now. Let's see. Yes, okay, this is working. Let's move to the next one. Let's have something. Okay, let's add first of all the noise, because the noise I know that I want. Oh, this is better. So let's see what we can do with the noise. Let's send this to a filter, tangents. I will use tangents to a high pass filter. High pass filter. Okay, let's send this to a high pass filter. I want just noise. You know what? Not a high pass, a low pass actually, because now the noise maybe will not go through if I take the cutoff all the way down. Let's see. Yes, this is exactly what I want, but with resonance. And lots of reverb. Number 7. Noise. Number 7. Noise. Lots of reverb. Take the levels a bit down. I'm sorry, this is going to be a longer video than usual. Shall we make this also by itself, or I can do this every once in a while? But we need also some delay for this. This is not enough. This is not staying enough. Let's take the wet all the way up, change the delay times from left and right, make something a bit shorter, a bit more feedback, and let's see this now. Oh mama. Okay, let's have something glitchy. We said something glitchy, so let's use another one. I will use again only noise. Let's use Spank as our envelope and VCA, and have a really short envelope, and I will use another blob. This time it doesn't have to be in sync with anything. Let's send this to the blob, and let's for now have a manual trigger just so I can see what's going on. Manual trigger. Okay, and let's see. Let's go with the normal delay. Okay, here we need sample and hold. I will use the one from Bog Audio, which is, if I can find it, here, this one here. And let's think of a trigger. You know, let's think of a trigger. Let's do something like this. I have an idea. Let's use a comparator. I just did a video about comparators. Everyone should use more comparators. Also, I should use more comparators. So let's do this. We have here voltage, right? That doesn't happen too often. Let's have a look at where it is. This is the output. Let's have a look where it's going. Let's see. let's say 5 volts, okay? Let's say every time it crosses the 5 volts, I will like something to happen. So I will send this to the input of the comparator, and the comparator I will set to 5. Right, and we will take the... this is not reaching 5, so let's say 3. But it didn't also, I don't understand why it doesn't trigger this. This is something beyond me, which I just don't understand. Here it's triggering, with this it's triggering, here it's not triggering it. Why? I don't understand this. Maybe we'll have another one here, you know what, let's have another one here. I don't know why. Let's see if this will work. Okay, this is working better. So let's say 3 volts. Every time it crosses the 3 volts, it will trigger spank. And it will trigger also the sample and hold. And the sample and hold will be set to negative positive 5 volts and will modulate the delay times a bit. Let's see. Let's wait for it. Something like this. Why? Why is it stuck here? This I don't understand. Let's have the under output trigger another envelope, another AD envelope that will open the filter slowly but surely. Let's see something like this. Here again it's stuck. Okay, no need to change for the sequence. Leave it. Don't change the sequence. Just run it. Okay, now let's make this a bit lower, just for the background. And I will use clouds just to add some more something. Granular mode, let's go with 4 seconds buffer size, just because I have the channels, now I can go wild. Let's call this clouds. Size all the way up, texture all the way up, so it's nice and smeared, blend all the way up, and lots of panning, some feedback, no need for reverb in this case. Let's see. This is, I don't like this remove, it's not doing what I want it to do. And I don't understand why. I don't understand why. It's not re-triggering it's not re-triggering it, which is a shame. So let's do something else. No, I don't know what to do. Maybe gate. Maybe it will now work with gates. No, it doesn't work with gates. I have to do this for a second. I'm really sorry. You can jump forward if you want. One sequence. Okay, now it's destroyed. Okay. One sequence. Record mode, never mind. How to play after record doesn't matter. I just need a one shot. Trigger. That's it. Why is not? It's not re-triggering. Let's wait for it now. Okay, I don't know. Let's take clouds a bit down. Okay, let's try to add more something. I don't know. Let's duplicate this. Is it working now? No, it still doesn't work. Ben, help me if you are watching this. It doesn't re-trigger. It has to be reset and then re-trigger. Why? I don't know. Ah, okay, maybe. But I tried this before and it didn't work. Okay, never mind. Now it will work. Okay. It has to be triggered in the reset and not in the run. Okay. Understood. What more? What else? We are 47 minutes now. Seven. Shall we stop here? I don't know. Let's see 5 steps here. I don't know. Let's try this for a second, okay? Try another one. See what happens. Some velocity changes. Okay, I think I'm going to add drums. I'm sorry, this is going to be a long video and I hope it recorded everything because before I saw there is something weird with the recording. If not, I will have to cut what was not recorded. And actually this is the decay time is too long, so let's send this through Spank and again trigger this with the same trigger. Let's try to add a bass drum. I will use the gate sequencer from Improm2. Again, everything is just a snare model still. And maybe the mix can be better, but everything is the snare model. Let's see if we can have a bass drum. Let's see what happens. Let's try with this for a second, let's see. Let's go this heads. I'll have to solve this for a second. Okay, let's use again ref tone just because we have. It's not. I don't want it to be tuned to C. Let's have it tuned to D. And let's see. Let's add some FM. Oh yeah. At least less decay. What is this? Oh, something. Windows. What do you want from me now with the Windows want me to update? What is going on today? Okay. Okay, let's do this. And let's have another snare. This will be the snare. Let's see. Just, I'm sorry, but I have here Windows bugging me about restarting. So it's going to be a bit, it's a weird one today. I'm in solo. Oh, sorry. This. Okay, no FM. Let's try the auxiliary one. No, I don't like this one. Let's see everything together. Also this we have to tune. This is not bad. Some steps here with probability. Okay, one more voice, I promise, one more voice. I'm going to use R-Gate to add some ratcheting. R-Gate is a clock divider and multiplier from Bog Audio. Multiplier, clock multiplier, which is quite cool. Quite cool. Again, the snare model. Let's do this. Let's use sample and hold. Do I have sample and hold here already? If one of you wants to jam with this patch and record it and send it to me, please do. This can be so cool. Okay. Clock. Let's use the main clock. No need for something special. I will use the main clock also for R-Gate. Let's see. Just noise. And have 0 to positive 10. Very nice. Let's do... You know what I will do? I will use another spank. But before spank, I will send this to another tangents in bandpass. Okay, I hope I will not click this Windows update all of a sudden. Windows, what is going on, Windows? And let's do this. I have to trigger this also. Okay. is clipping here. Let's take this down. Okay, it's way too loud. Let's call this ratchet. I don't know why. And I just need the high frequencies. And what I will do, I will use also this LFO, this sample and hold to modulate the panning. And what we will do is this. Actually, the trigger for the sample and hold will come also from the clock multiplier. Oh, this notification is away. I hope it will not restart now. Man, we are over an hour already, I think. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry, it was long. Let's see, everything looks nice. But again, this is amazing. This is just a snare model. This is crazy. I really like it. You have noise, you have hi-hats, you have snares, you have kick drums, you have sine waves you can use for voices, for basses. You can do actually basically anything just with this model. It's insane. Man, it's amazing. And I'm sure this is just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, so thank you for watching. I'm sorry it was so long. It was mostly because of the remove module. I didn't understand how to use it properly. Happens. This is the part of the fun. That's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button. If you enjoy what I do, consider becoming a Patreon. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe and hit the bell. And have a good one.